私は術師驚くこともなかろうが自らに返りるロットカウンターなめるな
All right, my friends, we are one episode away from the end of 𝐒𝐶𝐼ICHI, and I think we can all kind of see, you know, based on next week being the party episode, the writing's on the wall that basically nothing of any substance is going to happen next week. Probably. It'll probably just end up being back to the demi-plane. Let's have a party. Let's enjoy the victory. Let's enjoy the victory over Rona and Stella and the Stella Fort. Let's enjoy the victory of this weird deal we made with the goddess. Let's enjoy the total just slap fest that Shiki gave to Lancer. Let's enjoy the slap fest that Makoto gave to whatever the hell the girl's name is. I forget what I literally just watched the episode and I forgot what her name is, but basically Makoto said, hey, goodbye to this girl, you know, and let's just like enjoy that. So I think that's really what's going to end up happening next week is just kind of, you know, basically just like a big old party. So here's what I want to say though about this week's episode is this week's episode was absolutely fantastic. And, you know, for me, the badassery that happened in Shiki's fight is really, really what made the episode. Now, that's not to sell short Makoto's fight this week, but, you know, for me, going into this week's episode, I was like, yes, I cannot wait to see Shiki versus Lancer. That's going to be like an epic fight. And it did not disappoint. Like, literally, as I was watching that fight, my true feelings were like, I was watching this fight the same way I watch like Bleach fights, and I was literally ready. Like when Shiki went back and he was like, you know, 6th level, and Lancer's like, you're a mage, what do you do with the sword? He's like 6th level. I was ready for him to go BANKAI. It didn't happen, of course, you know, but he did pull off like some serious stuff this week, and I was like, yeah, this is some serious, like, this is like some serious coolness here. And like, he just really, really went off this week and he made Lancer just like insane. And then he decided to pull like a Uno reverse card on him and show up as his alternate self and just like cut this dude in half. I was like, that's so cool. So just like from animation level to story stuff that happened to like being absorbed into the fights this week, I just thought that it was just a really, really, really good stuff and really great episode. And, you know, having the hero Shiki one, Makoto one is definitely, you know, a big win too. And also Luto as well too, because you have the Dragon Ludo. So like he's gonna owe him one by eliminating the Dragon Slayer, you know. Again, that's not to sell Makoto's fight short. It's just the way that Shiki is like menacing and the way he was just talking down to Lancer and just making him feel this, like making this 1,000-year-old dragon, whatever he is, feel insignificant. Like I was like, yo, that's some freaking like crazy, crazy stuff. And I just loved, like, I'm telling you, I just loved every moment of it. And I was like, yeah, like this is the stuff. Like this is the stuff. But that's my feelings. I think Shiki took this episode to a 10 for me. Now, Makoto versus the Dragon Slayer, Sofia, whatever. Makoto did some of the shit talking, you know, as well this episode. But the way he does it is just kind of, it's just so lame, you know, to me. Like, Makoto's not my favorite MC in the world. And he has his moments, like, you know, when he has that switch that gets flipped and he goes like, you know, pretty villainy and he goes pretty evil, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the stuff. That's my dude. But when he's not that, you know, in those very like contained moments in this show, even when he tries to be a little badass, it's kind of like lame. But, you know, I think by and large, for the most part, I do think that they pulled it off this week, you know, with him pulling out the bow out of his like alternate space and lighting up that Sofia girl, using his Kai everywhere, blowing up Fort Stella, just annihilating her, like just straight up just murdering this girl, like bah, bah. I thought that was pretty good. I was worried for a little there that he was gonna like maybe strike a deal with her or like let her go. Like when she pulled out those Japanese katanas and he was talking about, oh, Shiki could use that or that's what he wanted, and they were talking like there's a hero inside of those Japanese katanas. Like maybe he strikes a deal, like give me those swords and I'll do like, but he did it. He just like, bah, bah, kill. And then he's like, Ludo, you owe me one. So I was like, that's a cool moment. That's a cool moment. And by and large, too, I'm going to use that same phrase twice. The animation during the fight was pretty good. Sofia's wings are pretty cool. When they went into the subspace, I was like, okay, Jujutsu Kaisen, I see you. I thought that was a pretty cool moment, too. It's like, well, why didn't Lancer do that, And, I mean, we saw the reasons why, because it had a lot of holes in the defense there. But I thought those moments were pretty good this episode. But I'm telling you, that Shiki BANKAI, like that was the best moment of the episode for me. So anyways, 24 episodes in, we have 1 episode left of Tsukimichi. In some cases, sad to report that this season wasn't as good as season 1 by a long shot. But certain contained moments like this week's episode, honestly, 10 out of 10 episodes. This was a freaking great episode. I was engaged. I was excited. I was hype. Like big feels, like big positive feels this episode, and very well deserved. Definitely deserved all of its flowers this week because it went above and beyond. So great episode. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode this week. And of course, I'm going to see you guys next week for the last episode of Tsukimichi, as we have the party episode. It's called party episode next week, I think, right? Like Party Beneath the Moonlight is what next week is called. So see you then. Peace out, my friends.